Our Couch Talks, we're going to be talking about the Harley Quinn movie, Birds of Prey. So it's another movie review episode. And before we get too far in, make sure you smash that like button. It really helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. Anyway, so what did you think of the movie, Xill?
I really liked the movie. I liked the way it was framed. I liked the characters. I liked the story. Pretty much liked all of it. They also did some really fun stuff with the aesthetics of the movie, like taking Harley's aesthetic and separating it from the Joker, who fortunately was not a character in the movie at all. Obviously mentioned, but never makes any kind of appearance. And like giving her her own aesthetic, which really she already has, but you know, taking that all the way through and just making that the aesthetic of the movie.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed the movie as a whole. I wasn't entirely sure what to expect walking into it. I have yet to have watched the Joker movie or the movie where all the bad guys get together.
Suicide Squad?
Yes, thank you. Man, I'm bad at names. Anyway, so I don't have those as any kind of reference point, but this movie, I thought it was super enjoyable. I'm a little disappointed the theater was as empty as it was because the movie deserves so much more than a theater with like 5 people in it.
We did also go pretty late on Thursday night, though.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think is not a popular day for...
just in general.
People with jobs.
Yeah. But it was really good. It was a lot of fun. I would probably acquire this particular film on Blu-ray or seek to own it. And I only really try to do that with movies that I really enjoyed and that I could see myself watching again a few more times pretty easily. I feel like there was a lot of like, I don't know how familiar people are with like the Fae, but there was a lot of like, you know, like the Joker and Harley are both kind of Fae type characters in a lot of ways. They do a lot of shenanigans that, you know, if people get hurt, that's just a side effect of the shenanigan. It's not necessarily the intention.
Yeah. And I don't know about this universe's Joker.
Yeah.
But that definitely was, at least to some extent, how Harley was, where it was like, I'm just gonna do this because it's fun, and it sucks that your face is tattooed for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Please leave me alone now.
A lot of that kind of stuff. I think my favorite character, though, if I just had to pick a favorite character that wasn't, you know, a main character, or the main character rather, I really liked the child. The pickpocket was a lot of fun.
The kid was pretty great.
I do feel like it took her a little while to like actually warm up to the camera, but I also think that's potentially just playing as being a shy kid.
Yeah.
To an extent.
Yeah, I don't know how much movies are actually filmed in order nowadays.
But I mean, that's just kind of how it felt watching it from the outside looking in, obviously. It was a very, you know, girl power movie, which was a lot of fun. I always think that...
Zach's almost here, by the way.
Okay.
So the dogs may start barking at some point in this video.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a really great time. The hyena was really fun.
Yes.
I love the hyena. I'm glad that the hyena made it to potentially another movie, if that is in the works. I don't know. It's not me saying there's actually another movie. Just, you know, the possibility is there, I suppose. Also the fourth wall breaking, even some of the non-Joker-esque, Harley-esque type characters did a little bit of the fourth wall breaking.
Yeah, it's true. Like there's just Harley's whole, like, she starts out with, okay, I'm gonna tell this story. Funny enough, this came up in the last review. I feel like this was handled a little better because they actually, like, use that device of, this is a story being told to you, the narrator's going to interrupt sometimes.
Yeah.
So people, like, new characters would show up and their way of introducing the character would be like, this is this person. They hate me for this reason. Like, that's every character introduction. It was fantastic.
Yeah, pretty much. And so it was a lot of fun. I like the 80s lady cop. She was a lot of fun.
They make a lot of jokes about that too, where it's like...
Does she always sound like she's from an 80s movie?
Right. I can't remember if they actually broke the fourth wall in that one, or if they were just like, maybe she just grew up watching too many cop movies.
Yeah.
But she has, like, that exact character arc. She talks exactly like that. Just everything. Yeah.
Yep. And then, I think she flirts with the breaking the fourth wall. She kind of looks out the window a few times, but doesn't necessarily break it. Then there's the Huntress, who was a lot of fun. Like, I thought, the most awkward person you could imagine that never had any friends growing up or whatnot, and so, like, hanging out with these people is the first time that she's had real social interaction. So that was really a fun character overall. I loved how awkward she was.
Mm-hmm. It was also another, like, they really went all out with the tropes, and they acknowledged that the tropes were there and that they were just blatantly using them, which, the way they did it, I really appreciated. But this character was like, I don't know the name of the archetype, I'm just gonna call it the Kill Bill character, where she's like, cool, I'm doing this for this reason, and I have this kill list. And when she finally meets up with the rest of the party, she doesn't say it exactly like this, but she basically says, my character arc is complete now. I'm going to go home.
Yeah, and she tries to leave like 5 times. They're like, no, hold on. Yeah. I think the only thing that kind of like subverted my expectations / I was a little disappointed in, although the movie was really great, I was kind of looking forward to the Birds of Prey working together a little longer than just the basically end fight scene. Although the end fight scene was really awesome, and I really super appreciated everything about it. I kind of expected them to be a team a little longer.
Yeah, that's fair. I didn't really know what to expect from them, because I don't know anything about DC, so I thought by the end they'd all have bird-themed names, and only one of them has a bird-themed name, and it's a songbird, so...
So Birds of Prey is kind of a misnomer.
But then CJ pointed out, well, there's a bird and there's Huntress, and they end up on the same team. So that's where the name comes from, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm not super familiar with the DC Universe. And I also was not necessarily... I guess I didn't know what to expect going into the movie, really, as far as like the team goes, because I just don't know. But I don't know. I thought it would have been cool to see them work as a team a little longer, personally. But... fantastic movie, a lot of fun. I love that Harley gets a little apprentice. Thought that was fun. Although to really be like Harley, you'd have to go dip yourself in some Ace chemicals, I think, because...
Yeah, and she says that.
Yeah.
Okay, so sorry, I slightly lied. In the first 10 minutes when she's explaining her backstory, the Joker is there for the chemical scene, and it's drawn in her little cartoony backstory. But that's it. He's not actually part of the story.
Yep. But yeah, let's see, what else do we got?
Let's do fun scenes.
Oh, I love the egg sandwich. The egg sandwich.
Yeah.
Was the best looking egg sandwich, and it died, but it's okay, they got a new one at the end of the movie. But I love the egg sandwich.
Yeah, I saw them putting together the egg sandwich. And before they even said it was a sandwich, I was like, this sounds like something CJ would put on a sandwich for breakfast. So...
It's true.
Yeah.
Delightful sandwich.
Yeah. I really liked the I have your ring.
Yeah, the line, I have your ring.
That was pretty great. Watching everyone be like, ring? What? Oh no!
Yeah.
I also liked the beanbag gun.
Yeah, the beanbag gun, the sparkle gun, however you want to call it. That was pretty great. I love that scene where Harley invades the police department. That was really cool.
There's also, spoiler alert, there's this scene where they're fighting in the, I don't know what you call it, the confiscated items room.
Yeah.
And there's this pile, and at first I saw it and I was like, oh, they have a pile of sandbags, whatever, it's for weighing other things down. And then they're trying to shoot her through this pile of sandbags. And
it's cocaine.
She goes into this cocaine-fueled rage and beats them all with a baseball bat.
Yep. Going back to the I Have Your Ring, though, the little girl who's a pickpocket reverse pickpocketed a grenade into the main bad guy's pocket. So that ended poorly for him, as you can imagine.
Yes. And it looks like she's gonna die, so she's like, okay, final confession, I stole your ring. And Harley is like, what ring? And the kid holds up her hand, and it's just the ring from the grenade on her finger, and then the guy who's holding her is like, oh my... What's about to happen to me? Where is it?
Yeah, exactly. They handled adult themes and stuff in the movie really well. That's I agree with you there.
Yeah, that's one of the things that frequently bothers me is it feels like they think the only way to get the point across is to spend... Not this movie, just in general. A lot of Hollywood stuff, it feels like they think the only way to get the point across that they have a dark, gritty world is to spend like half an hour torturing all the characters, which...
Or the entire movie, making sure that the lights are at 30%.
Yeah, that too. Which they definitely, like, I wouldn't say it's happy-go-lucky all the time, because there are definitely some parts that are like, I really don't want to be watching this right now, but it's... They didn't feel... They got just to that point where it was like, okay, we made our point, we're gonna stop talking about this now.
Yeah.
There was like maybe one point where they went past that. But for the most part, it was like, cool, we got the point across, we can stop now. We're not gonna spend the next half of the movie dwelling on this.
Yeah.
Which was really nice.
I also really enjoyed the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Just the sound effects in general, the music in the movie was all really fun and good.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they did a phenomenal job with that personally.
Yeah. They did a lot of...
It matched the movie and the characters
yeah.
very well. Yeah, and that's all the thoughts I have. Can you think of anything? No?
No. Yeah,
Cool. Well, I guess that's it. I would say that, if you like DC and you like comic book movies, go watch Birds of Prey, for sure. It is definitely one of DC's jewels.
Yeah.
I would qualify it as one of DC's jewels anyway.
It's also not, like, it definitely is a superhero movie for, like, two characters. And then everything else, it's just kind of an action movie with people have, like, extra aesthetics.
Actually, that's a quick thing I wanted to bring up that I forgot about, was that despite it being mostly kind of an action movie, there's a lot of story that happens.
Yeah.
Because it always bothered me that so many action movies seem to sacrifice story for action. Like, you can do both at the same time, guys. Yeah, sometimes it's hard, but you can do it. And I feel like the Birds of Prey really, really did great at telling a lot of story, even in their action scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And also just showing how much of a BA Harley Quinn actually can be. Like, there's a reason Batman has problems with those two.
It's mostly because of Harley.
Yeah. Yeah, I love, they definitely did a good job displaying that Harley is one of the driving forces of why Joker in general is so good, at least in this particular universe. You see that Harley's the mastermind, sometimes just as much, if not more, than Joker. At least that's what's portrayed in the movie, which I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. Well, with those final thoughts, I think we'll go ahead and cut it there, guys. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, sub, and all that jazz down below, and have a magical rest of your day.